Hello and welcome to another video of this TensorFlow 2.0. Now in the last video what we discussed was the difference between TensorFlow 1.x, which is a lazy execution, meaning that you have to first create a graph. So we wanted to add x and y, the constants, and then you have to add, this is the graph which is not giving you the output yet, but then you have to use session and run in order to get the output. While as compared to TensorFlow 2.0, we used pip install TensorFlow 2.0 to install 2.0 version, and then the same steps would give you directly the results as well as the data types and the shape. Here you did not have the results. Now a basic question is that in TensorFlow 1, wasn't there a way to execute this without having to use the session? Was TensorFlow 1.x so non-user friendly or non-coder friendly? It's not the case. So by default, TensorFlow 1.x was a lazy execution, or is a lazy execution, wherein you first have your constants defined, the graph defined, and then execute using the session. But there was a method, or there is a method known as eager execution. Please note that in TensorFlow 2.0, eager execution is now the default method, and therefore in TensorFlow 2.0 you are not using session.run. Please look at the previous video for session.2. However, this video we're going to focus on eager execution in TensorFlow 1.x. So let's look at the code on the left hand side. Please remember that the left hand side code is 1.x, the right hand side code is 2.0. Let's see what changes we need to make in order to change this code on the left hand side non-lazy, that means eager execution. There are two changes which we need to make. The first one is we have to import TensorFlow dot contrib dot eager dot python as TFE, which is TensorFlow Eager. I repeat, you have to import a library known as TensorFlow.contrib.eager.python import TFE. That's the first change. And second is you just have to enable it. So here you would see the second change. TFE, which is the TensorFlow Eager dot enable underscore eager underscore execution and the braces. So these are the two changes which you need to make, and then you would not need the session dot run. So let's see how to use eager execution in TensorFlow 1.x. So now we are in TensorFlow 1.x, and this is TensorFlow Eagle execution. Please note that go to runtime and restart the runtime just to make sure that everything is gone. In here you would see we used TensorFlow 1.15 with this constant. The tensor output was here, and then we had to use session.runAt to give the results. Here I'm going to use TensorFlow Eager Execution method. I'm going to run this, and please note that it's going to give me a message which is that this is not the default yet like the 2.x, but it's going to be default very soon. However, the current version is 1.15. Then I'm going to use tfa.eager underscore enable underscore eager underscore execution, and you note that please make sure that the runtime is restarted. If you do not start the runtime, this enable eager execution is going to give you an error. Now I'm going to do the add. Please note, even though it is 1.15, it's not 2. you can enable eager execution and then run this code. So I hope this is clear, and this enable the eager execution is by default the default way how 2.x executes the code. Thank you for watching.